Okay, so I'm going to show you that how the groups are interrelated so that there would be no confusion. So demo will be, your demo is perfect. So I can feel like no, you have tried it at your end and you just gone through the whatever the things I was mentioned during the class. So yeah, it's good to have it, man. So keep it that rhythm. Okay, okay, okay. Just open. Okay. So let's say if you went over there in this tab, correct? You got this group has role, correct? That roles. Now if I'll go on this, you can see sys user gr member, correct? Now again, if this is the parent and child relationship, it's not any other options, correct? So because it's on the same table, that's why it's showing the this table, correct? And for roles, let's say I'll just show you. uh, mm, okay, let me check the rules too so that I can show you that too. So there would be, you always write your multiple times, yeah, this is the group, this is the roles and how they are interconnected, correct? Okay. Now if I'll go on this tab, I am on roles, correct? Now I'm checking out it contains role on which table. So sys user role, correct? And nothing, that it's a module, that's why it's module. Okay, that would be fine. Okay, so one is more, I was just thinking that two users. I'm just refreshing that, like, no, whenever people ask how, which table, like we can see that groups having the roles relation, correct? Groups having the members relation, because these concept you are going to utilize into the upcoming. So you can see this user has role, you can see the name of this user roles, correct? Do not confuse on the groups. Let me open that too. So group members, sys user gr member, correct? So how, like no, I am seeing by this how I can say that it's a different table. So if you open this record, correct, on two fields are there, there is a user, there is a group, because there is no direct relationship between the groups and user, so they have created the separate table. They named it out sys user gr member. You can create your own and you can create such a relationship between them. I'll tell you on the, like no, on the session 5th, you guys are come to know like no how these are can be created on like no customized way, correct? It's a out of box, always remember. Definitely sometimes people asking during the question where the, like no, we can see the group members on which table, how the users and groups are interlinked or interrelated, correct? So you have to mention this group table name. So sys user sys underscore user underscore gr member, so you have to mention that. Okay, so how these tags are like no appearing, so there is some relationship between tables, correct? There is no direct relationship within the groups and the user, so they have created the relationship one of on the table so that they can map like no appear this group tag over here, which will be always be helpful. Like no, you are in user, you don't have to jump over the groups and then you'll find out the data, correct? So that's how the overall thing. Any confusion till here? No. No, I will take it as a no. That would be fine. Now we are going to, pardon?
Let me revise what I understand. Can you go to the instance?
Yeah.
Any group? Show any tab. So the user and the
Yeah.
group is like before creating that group and group like groups and members are not related. After creating a group and adding the user, so now I can know
Hmm.
the way guys are in the tab. Okay, like by checking on the URL like sys user group. So the Andrew Jackson also in that group. Is that right?
Yeah. Whether I will check. See, right now I'm in groups. I can see the members. Correct. I'm seeing this where that relationship between the groups and members. So we are seeing
Okay.
here group members as well as the backend name of that table is this. Correct. Group members.
So
Now I'm
by
opening this
creating
table, and now I'm opening the same tab. Like no, I want to see like no this user which group belongs and how the groups is interlinked with this. Like no, the group is interlinked with this user. I'll again open it, and now you can see the same table is opening. Correct. Means there is a relationship they have created over there, the group and user. Correct. So that's why whether I will go via group, like if I want to check it out how many members into the group, I will check it out from here. If I need to check it out how many group like no this member which groups he belongs to, I will check it out here. But the table relationship is the same. Correct. The user having the same relationship on this like no whatever the table they have created, sys user gr member. It's pretty much right now it would seems like no little bit confusion, but you can imagine you can feel like no this is the relationship between them. So without what we can say, oh where is the anywhere I can let me share my yes. This is a one tab. Correct. Let's say I'm just giving you the one example. It's a correct. It's a b. Correct. Now okay, it's a C table. Correct. So I given the interlink between them and this. So I given the relationship between them by saying that in C table, if I want to see that how many like B, you can imagine like it's a user. How many B users are belong to how many A groups, correct? So they given the common table where you can see the details, correct? Now this C table we can utilize either into the users table, either into the A table. You're getting my point? The same way, if you see that this uh, the thing, so I'm using the same table, but in different ways. I'm using the one on the user record. It says as a group because it's interlinked with on the same table. I just call that same table, and it's saying that user equal to Abraham Lincoln, and this is the group. Now, if I'll go on the groups, where is that? Yeah. Now again, group equal to this, correct? And these are the members. It says as a group members, but they are eventually they are the same table because of this the two fields value, they are interlinked. You're getting my point?
Got it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any other confusion? Any other?
No.
Okay, that would be fine. So thank you. So we are going to start the next session. It's a session 4, and we are going to learn the two topics under this session, which is update save and scoped application. Correct? So already the details are there. You are already aware about it. So it's a part 1. So we are going to different part, and let's see. So what topics we will going to cover for update set? The left hand side, whatever the data is showing. So update set create, update set merge, update set batching update set in movement, how to move the update set in batching, means what is the sequence, how we will follow those things, move one instance to another, update source uses, and how to revert the changes, back out the update set, best practices to move the record system properties, record movement, and those things. Correct? So whole things are will be covered over here. So that is the one point. So what will be the important notes for the update set? So it's a these are the the points majorly we are going to see into the our uh, next session. Correct? So in this session, sorry, not next session, in this session, and we will take a whole thing over there during the our demo session. So this is the scoped application. So it's majorly into the uh, I'll tell you when once we will start the scoped application. So this will be another it's kind of we are scoping the application. Correct? So scoping in terms of it will be eventually it will be not appear for everyone in terms of technically those application only the specific people can be can accessible. Correct? Or they will be allowed to access those application with the limited area. There would be no conflict with the other global applications or a different kind of scoped application. Correct? So it's their it's a uh, own criteria that had been designed. So we will check it out on once we will start the scope application, how we will create, how to do it, when we can utilize the scope application. Correct? So we will check it out and we will see how to go into it. Okay, so this is the next session. Next session is fifth. So whatever the topic we are going to cover, this is the topic we are going to cover on the next session. Okay, so then this is the last set. Okay, so let's start with the update set. Okay, so we will jump over the instance. I'll close all the tabs. Okay, so if you remember on that day, I mentioned that there is a application scope, correct? And there is a update set. First of all, what is the use of update set? Why we are utilizing the update set? The update set is kind of movement, moving the one changes on this instance to another. The changes, what type of changes, whatever the configuration we are doing, what we are going to do, or what we are doing right away. So those things will be captured into the update set, and update set it will be into the what we can say, it will be into the XML format, so extensible markup language. So the whatever the changes is there, it will be captured into the update set. Correct? So update set contains the whatever the type is how that these uh, data has been captured. It's captured into the the language which utilizing, it's a XML format. Correct? So that is the part. Correct? So the majorly we are utilizing for the movement whatever the changes here. Correct? So let's say incident is there. Correct? So just imagine we have a 3 instance. So I already mentioned that majorly the organization using the 3 instance. One is development, second is the QA or testing instance, and then third is production instance. Correct? So we are not allowed to make the production instance directly. We cannot do the changes or development into the production instance. First of all, always remember. So how we can move these changes? Correct? There is no magic that automatically these things will be move on into the production instance. There is a process. Correct? So how we will? I have I written down some code over there. I test it. Everything is fine and it's working fine. Correct? And customer is also provided the sign of this is a working fine as per the expected. Now how we will move those changes one instant, like no, I developed into the dev instance. Now I have to move into the QA where the QA on the customer also want to see is that uh, the correct way you have developed the requirement, or there is something more need to be changed. Correct? So they will verify, they will say like no, it's fine. So they will give the sign off over there, then you will going to move those changes into the production. But these process vary to organization and process to process. Correct? If they are educate the the process, then they will follow the same process. They will never allow to do the any kind of production changes, because it's hampered the some create some issue. Let's say like no, I made the changes into this. Correct? For example, the incident form, and I written down some code, and what will happen, it hide this field. Correct? Now you can imagine how many people without seeing the color they cannot do the changes. Correct? So because who have the as an end user, you can imagine if the details is not there, you cannot do anything. Correct? So they will not get the exact data what they require, and lots of things are there. Correct? If they created multiple fits, so how they will going to achieve, and how they will going to develop those things. Correct? It will be create some complexity, as well as create some work hamper. Correct? So lots of things are there. Any question till here? Okay. No, I will take it as an okay. Now always remember that this is the basic thing that everyone should aware about it, because without this you developed anything, but you could not move the changes. So every time whenever you are working into the organization, sometimes if they do not have the last team, and you are the 2-3 people, then you guys are responsible to move the update set from one instance to another, and another instance to production, or whatever the process is there. If there is 6 instance, then you have to move through the 6 instance. Correct? So always remember, this is the crucial, and this is the very very important process that you have to remember. Okay? So let's say begin with the demo part. Correct? So you guys get the clear picture. I'll come to this update source and update retrieve update sets and everything. Before that, the basic thing, how to create the update set. Earlier I created, I'll create the new one. Let's say testing. Okay, I'll save. Okay, so before that we need to check it out whether it's selected or not. Correct? If you remember, there is a 2 options appear when I have created. I'll show you again. You can see I click on submit. It's not selected here. If it's selected, then automatically there is a round circle will appear, correct? Now you can see, if I click on the submit, then it won't select. If I click on the submit and make current, then it automatically appear here. I'll show you. Okay, now this. Refresh it. Come on. Why it's not appearing? It should appear. It should appear. Just a minute. Let me create again and let's see. Create again. Okay. My current. But not. Once. What's saying only the one will update it. It's global. Because it's not showing here, I could not understand why. Okay. Let's say like no, I'll search it out the okay, it's showing only the one. Why? I do not understand. On the right hand, everything is fine. Only this one has been shown, correct? Okay. Okay, let me try again. Okay. Okay, okay. So I don't know why it's not selecting. Otherwise, what will happen when I select the second option? It's automatically select the like no the within the that particular. It will select into the particular like no within the that under the update set. Even it's not appearing. It's amazing. Like no, why it's not appearing? This is also one of the issue. Because I have created and it should show under here. Okay, so this is the I would say some issue with the instance. Let me, there is I can retrieve it. Create instance. Okay, I'll do it later on because it's creating lots of issues. Even it's not showing here because it should show that the update set what I have created, correct? So you can see whatever the in progress and all. It's not
I tried
showing.
in my instance, it successfully changed. It changed successfully.
It's working, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what because I don't know why it's not working. It should work.
It might be some server issue.
Yeah, might be. That's what I try to get it. Okay,
I
that would be
tried and
fine.
successfully changes has been done.
Okay, you share the your screen so that like no everyone on the call they will understood what the things are going on, correct? Are you sharing? Hello? Hello?
Hello. My
Hello?
screen is visible. My screen is visible.
Let me see. No. Yeah. Okay. No, it's my screen is there. Yeah, it's now you can see it's on my screen. It's showing red here. Okay, now it's working. So what happened? It's captured into the cache memory. So what I did, Control F5, hard refresh, then it start working. Correct. So some you can see that it's everywhere it's working, and now my instance or particular my tab is it's showing that it's not reflecting the data. Correct. So because it due to browser, due to like your uh, uh, type of laptop or whatsoever, majorly it's due to your browser issue. Correct. So you have to careful on those things. These are the basic things because I very ensure about it. It should work. So that's why I was keep trying. Correct. So it's not. Uh, Sometimes people are worried that it's not working. Why it's not working? So lots of things are there. So we have to recall it every perspective. Correct. So whenever you will get some such kind of issues, so do the Control F5 or clear the cache memory. So it will be resolve your issue. And if you will get the more like still you are not able to find, restart your laptop. So many times your software not upgrade due to that, like everything is getting over there. So yeah, okay, that's good. Now it got selected here. Correct. So whatever I have created, you can see 1, 2, 3. So three updates it's is showing under the active. So whatever I have completed, it's not shown here. Correct. It's not showing here. So there is a direct process also. Instead of I'll write down something like local update set, then I'll jump over there. Instead of that, I will go over there. I'll whatever selected, directly I click on this. You can see over there it's showing that record. So when I click on this, it's automatically jump over the on my updates here. Correct. Got it. Now go how the capture would be updated. Correct. So let me share some. Let me do some changes. Oh, sorry, like on incident form. Take it as incident or change form. Okay, so any record, I'll take it as a some changes. The changes category is there. I'll not make changes into this. It's instead of that, I will go into the incident form. It's better to I will be on this click on that. Okay. So I'll open it. Okay. Right click. I'll go into the configuration. There is form design and form layout. I can choose either form layout, form design, whatsoever I can choose it. Correct. I'll do the form layout. So I want to create some field. I'll tell you on the next class. Just try to understand what the data going to be captured into the update set. Okay. I'm just giving the idea. Test string. The field name is create test and type is a string. Field is a small. Correct. So just add. The new field is added. I'll just take it. Oh, sorry. I'll take it up. Okay. Watch list and all. Okay. And this is the section under the incident and self-service. Okay, that will be fine. Now I'll change it. That field, if you see that I put it under below the watch list. Underneath of watch list, you can see, correct? So here watch list, underneath you can see this one, correct? Now I have created only the development instance. Still our 2 instances pending, correct? So I don't have to do the again and again, correct? Because if I'll do on this what we can say on this, on the dev instance, the sys id of instance has been generated, correct? This sys id. Now if I create the same field with the same name on the like manual way, I'm telling you, if I'll create the same field, same name into the test instance, then sys id will going to change, correct? So
Correct.
create the sustainability, create the whatever the changes are due to the sys id will be going to be throughout the all application should be one. So what we need to do, whatever the changes I did it should capture into the update set, and then I'll move those changes uh, into the another instance. Okay. Now what does it contain? What the format, how it does contain? Now you can see I have created the form layout and it's captured the dictionary and field labels also, correct? Because when I did it, correct, if you remember the steps, I went over there on the field layout. I just add the name. The name will become the field label, correct? And this is also entered into the dictionary. It's automatically whenever you're creating the field, these 2 things will be automatically added. Okay, you can watch it anytime. So it's if you create it, then it will be captured. Now you can see whatever the action I have did it, it's captured here, correct? Now open this record. No, sorry. Come on. Now open this record, hold it. It's taking time. I don't know why. Shut. So always no, you have to remember that why we are using the update set. What is the utilization of this? Correct? Why? Um, what is the primary course of action under the update set? Correct? So we have to take all the in consideration. So always remember this is the primary thing. Whenever you are doing your work, correct? So always first you need to create the update set, then you need to start the work over there, whatever the requirement is, correct? When you know that it should be captured. So do not capture the garbage thing, you are creating something, deleting, and then after creating something, deleting. So it should be create the garbage actions, correct? So because those records, those things will be created the other instance also, correct? So always remember, do not capture the wasted thing, or you are something like you're learning out and you're trying to do. So it won't it would be not good, correct? So it's not the best practices to move the creation and deletion the records and other garbage values into the other instance. So always refine your update sets always. And when you are doing the critical things, like you are making the existing codes, existing things changes, so always remember what you need to do, correct? So always first you have to create the update set, then you start working on the existing one. And what is the utilization of those capture, I'll let you know. Many things are there. I'll show you. Just I want to show you which type, how the extensible markup or which format that data is captured. Okay, this is the format that data has been captured, correct? You can see this is the details. CCUI section, this admin, what type of the data it's created. Now you can see how the data is. You can see the payload in XML. Now I'll open it. Whole thing over here, it's captured. I will search it out. Oh, sorry. I have some shortcut on controller. So let me click on here. That is fine. Oh. Okay. Self-service. So you can see the comments. Yeah, so comments. And you can see here every data